to John and Marilyn. Sorry, I've been up since 4:30.
5 hours.
So breakfast to 50.
But that's a set fee, it's not by the hour.
That's a set fee, right.
And where's that fee stated on here?
It's not, but I can write it because I know it.
Okay. And I do know we pay people to go and mow and people do that type of thing. So I guess I'm concerned on the, I'm not questioning that they didn't do work, but I don't know what they did. So I personally have a problem until we clarify.
All right, I'll get her to clarify.
Is she the person?
There's that one. So I did receive an email from Eastern. And they did receive the check for the contract. This is something that the selectmen will need to do for the propane portion of the contract.
For which, for this coming year?
This coming year.
Okay, because I didn't know we had signed a contract with them for the coming year.
We signed, you did a contract with our Town Energy Alliance.
Right.
For propane and...
No, we signed that, we joined it, but we didn't say...
We joined it.
Right, but we didn't say we're going to go with their people.
So now they're telling you that Eastern is their preferred provider for propane. These are the rates, and it's up to someone from the town to contact Eastern to set up the account and yada da da da.
If we go with them.
If you go with them.
Okay. We have out 15 letters to oil companies to see if... Now, I knew this was coming because I got something emailed to me, and we have a whole slew of places that have been asked to not make a bid, but to make a...
Yep, sure.
Put a thing, but that's not going to come in until the 12th, first meeting in June.
That's fine. So do you want to put this, you want me to hold it? You hold it?
You hold it.
I hold it. I can do that.
Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless we're just going to sign off now.
No, is there a time limit on it? Do we?
If I remember, it's first till they sell enough propane.
Oh, okay.
What was the price?
Net 10 is $2.93 a gallon, and the net 30 is $3.03.
For propane?
Yeah.
I saw a cheaper price than that.
And how much?
Oh, July 31st is the deadline for establishing your account.
And that says we own a tank, so there's... It's interesting because I got some mail from the folks also.
Right, and it's a much lower price.
Yes, it is.
It's like $2.50 or something.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So these prices, they're saying these prices are 27 cents lower than this year's price.
Yes, they might be, but they're higher than I got my email.
Okay.
So we're going to sit on that, right, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll just hold it till the next meeting. Cool.
Okay.
Wanted you to know.
Good.
What else have I done?
The companies that I have sent to are, again, ask them to make a proposal. Emery Mills, Down East, Irving, Eastern, DF Richard, Rhines, Wolfboro Oil, Weber, Local Pride, Tri-City Family Oil, and I have 2 to go, Carroll Oil and Prelux, or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. Proulx.
I think they have somebody that works through Wakefield that's done some stuff. I'd like to figure out who that representative is and mail it directly to them.
Okay.
So, and the due date on that was the 5th, June 12th.
Okay.
And it was not as a bid, it was a proposal, so.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Good. Thank
you. I'll let you know when I have checks here. It may be... It usually is Friday morning because...
Do we have others of these or just one?
Yeah, I gave them each one.
Okay.
And I'll put one in Clifton's box.
Tax collector.
Tax bills are all ready to go out. In the envelopes, waiting for the newsletter. Do we have any idea what's going on with the newsletter?
I have no idea. Have you?
All I've received is from you and Rich, and that's it. Clifton said he was gonna take care of it. And I haven't heard anything from Sue. She was supposed to be doing it all this past weekend. But the only person they haven't spoken with, didn't get any information from, is the selectmen. That's what she was waiting on. Everybody else is good.
I need to have the newsletters in my possession Thursday night, because I need to send the tax bills out Friday morning.
Okay, I'll check with Clifton, otherwise I'll just go without anything if we can't.
Otherwise,
I don't know how much space she's allotted, I have no idea where she's at this.
I don't know. Well, I just can call her in the morning.
Yeah, because I remember Clifton saying he was working on something, and okay,
They have to go out because, Friday, because the due date is the 29th of June.
sure.
The first, of course, is a Sunday, so 29th is the due date. 1st of July is, we're getting ahead of ourselves, so they need to go out in order to be due the 29th.
And for selectmen, we had the bottle thing moved, the cans. What else do we have?
I put
We've
something,
got,
Yeah,
of course,
I have what you have. If she says that she hasn't received anything from Clifton, can I use what you have and put at least something in there?
Yeah.
Would that be all
I
right?
had 2 paragraphs I suggested, just,
I remember reading, but I don't remember what
Okay.
they said.
Right.
okay.
You can send it to me.
I mean, that's best we can do at this point,
Sure,
because she's got to do
she got to
it.
get going, okay.
Yeah.
I gave her mine. I did, in writing mine out and trying to find something to talk about different, I did mention that I had lost my deputy, and the town clerk tax collector had lost their deputy. And
Any,
there would be an announcement, and we would be taking applications.
I was going to say, has that process begun, or do you?
I don't have any idea. Clifton said he was gonna do it, and he hasn't done it. I don't know if he's done it. We haven't talked to him.
Okay,
And I did do also a little blurb about how we appreciated Jennifer and how she was gonna be missed and that type of thing in what I wrote, just so that we won't be repetitive in writing the same thing.
sure, okay. Town clerk, administrative assistant,
Could I be out of order?
only if the administrative assistant allows.
Yes, you may.
I need some clarification from the selectmen about the property on Lyford Road, because it has been added to the town insurance policy, and I need to know.
That needs to come off.
Needs to come off.
All right, that
Do
has
I
been
have a
taken
date
care
that it should be taken off?
of. No,
Diana?
is that correct? The
Absolutely.
person is responsible for their own, right?
Absolutely.
That came off, you can take it immediately. If they wanted it backdated, it would have been as of when. I never thought about that, that's a good question. What
As
date,
of the day it went on.
what day was that? I don't know if they'll back up to
It
that.
doesn't,
What day did
We
it,
never needed to have it on.
well, we didn't know, but we were
Well,
being
we did-
safe.
I know, we were being very.
But what day did it,
I would say Friday,
Last Friday?
last Friday?
this past Friday.
But they probably won't back it till then,
That's
so.
when I received the check.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, I'm sorry, Jen.
No, I'm glad you did, thank you, I never thought of that. All right,
Okay, I have an elderly exemption that needs to be signed. It was, the recommendation from Avatar is it was approved for map 10, lot 23. The application's filled out on the other side. This is where you need to sign, so.
and you said Avatar is involved?
Everything goes through Avatar. When I get an application, it all goes through Avatar. They look it over, make sure all the paperwork is straight.
Okay, so if it was like for an elderly, I haven't read it, so I don't know who it is.
Even for an elderly, yes.
So an elderly is a lot of times based on income and
Income.
everything else.
It's
So
all
that income information is sent to Avatar?
Yes,
You collect it and you just pass it on to them? Oh, okay.
yeah. Once I receive everything, then I destroy the paperwork, basically. Anything that has to do with income has to be destroyed. Or given back.
I'm surprised that they don't want to have you hold on to it for
Can't,
proof or
just
something.
can't because it's, personal information. The next one is an abatement request for map 26, lot 6. And according to Avatar's recommendation, it should be denied, and this is their explanation on it. So.
Okay. Keep that over to you. Have we ever just resolved the 188 acre one?
That was the one I was going to put back, because Clifton was supposed to talk to the attorney about it, but I really need to get this thing straightened out. Tax bills went out, and I couldn't even put the current use on there yet, because we're still waiting for an answer on that, so. Now, next Tuesday, we have a road committee meeting, and he also said it would be a selectmen meeting.
Okay.
So if I can bring that up then.
Sure,
If he's
absolutely.
there, I think we really should get it done.
I'm sorry, I was reading.
No, next week, you know how it's a road committee
Yes.
meeting, and we're putting in a selectmen meeting in there.
Yes?
So I'd like to bring this up, since if he's gonna be there, I'd like to bring that up
Which-
again.
That one?
No, the 188 acre parcel,
Yep.
that's been,
Well, yeah, my opinion is until we have some legal documentation
Exactly.
that it's not 188, it's 188.
That's how I feel.
and the new.
That's the burden of proof's up to them.
Yeah, and the new owner agreed,
So-
188.
so-
One, that's as far as we're concerned, it's a done issue.
Do you want to sign it?
Yep.
Yeah,
I have.
You have to
that.
mark the night on that, right?
Oh, do I what?
Don't you have
Oh,
to
I will,
mark-
I'll take care of that. Yep, that's fine. So you're
Yep,
going with
we're
the
gonna go
advertise that
188.
recommendation,
Yeah,
okay?
we pay
That's
them.
fine. Exactly, that's how I got it too. While I go get that paperwork, I have our warrant, my warrant for taxes for this July. I need your signature. This is the warrant, tax warrant.
well, this is,
You just need to sign the front,
okay.
but that's all the property owners and everything that gets, you know.
So that gets passed on for.
It now goes to Diana
and she
to
starts.
collect the taxes.
collect.
Yeah. Yep,
Doesn't it go to the state as well?
after it's out of my hands,
Yeah.
I'm sure she must give it to the state, I don't know. So I keep my copy, one goes to Diana.
I'm sure they'll probably get a copy of something to know how they come up with the figures of the evaluation of the town.
It's all in there. It's actually the second page, if you look at the second page, it gives you the bottom amount.
Total assessed
Total.
value?
Well,
Assessed
the total
value
amount, yeah.
up at April 1st?
Yeah, and that's what I need to go back.
Taxes,
and-
property tax, 813,705, veterans credits, over $5,000. So it's commitment amount, 808,555.
I was asking Jessica if she could find out what the total value of the property in the town is as of April 1st. Because as that goes up and down, and we sign these abatements,
Right.
it influences, obviously, the tax rate.
Yeah.
And is it here? I'm just curious, is it here?
Yeah, it's got to be in there. So it would be that 808,
Yeah, the 808. That's just,
and that doesn't
Okay.
count.
That's what we're gonna, that's what we're gonna collect.
That's what you're gonna collect.
And,
right.
and the net valuation in town is 103 million. I wonder what it was last year on April 1st. Because, right,
Mhm.
that number influences.
You would
the-
add it.
Oh, I
mean,
know,
we'll
back
get it.
there.
We'll get it. 103 million is what it was April 1st edition.
Yep. Okay, then I have 2 warrants for yield taxes. It's for excavation, report for excavation. Eddie and I did that last week, so I'm gonna sign that.
We're busy.
I know.
And we're getting income. That's income.
12 cents. Oh, we need the town seal.
We do it after or we do it before?
I think we do it now. Oh, well, wait a minute now. I guess it's where.
Okay, this is the 188 acres. The first application is for the previous owner who requested to have the acreage decreased due to the deeds. Okay? So, I guess it sounds like you're gonna be
We're denying until they can
that.
prove otherwise.
Correct. So that would be on this one, if you could sign that, and then you would put denied, and we have to put a reason, we'll put a reason why, because it's not sufficient evidence.
Right.
And then,
Question, please.
Sure.
Is that what Avatar recommended, is that we deny it?
they recommended actually 167, because I called Cartographics, who does our mapping. They did a quick aerial kind of thing, you know, and they're saying it's probably about 167, but it's, unless you have a survey of the whole property, there's no way that you can.
I just wonder if Avatar recommends something and we don't follow the recommendation, is there anything that we want to?
They are actually the real assessors, the select board. They're the ones who make the decision. That's why they can only recommend.
But that is a good point.
It is, yeah.
We're on our own on this one. Once we don't take Avatar's.
Yeah, but Avatar's given us some bum steers.
Yes, it has. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But if you want to read there, you're welcome
Oh,
to.
I read the last one.
Okay.
No, I have no problem.
But
That
it's
was-
based upon what I
You need to
found
put
out
the date in,
from Cartographics.
an insufficient date, whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I'll write that out. And then the new
Oh, you better,
property,
okay.
the new property owner says, no. There's no reason to believe it's anything different. I want to keep it the way it is. And
Put it in current use.
put it in current use. So, this is the application for current use. Second page is what you want to look at. The map is there.
Take the big hit.
Hey, you know what? We're lucky all these years that they didn't do it. Think about it. It's been years it's been charged at full. And they never did anything.
I have a number of those.
Where do I, you have to help me.
Yep. Right here. First, second,
On all these?
and then approved. No, this is just the maps, in case you
Oh.
wanted to look at the map. That's the parcel and everything. That's all.
So he's putting the 188 in current use.
Yeah, he's putting the whole thing. Yep.
He's not keeping any of it out at all.
No, because he wants to keep it as is. He doesn't want any, he says anybody can go on that. He says just wants to keep it as is. Nature take over. No,
What about that?
there's no structures on this one.
No, this is over on Lightford Road.
And as for the purposes of what now will his taxes, how will that relate? How much should we lose in this one?
A big one.
Now, people push putting things in current use, and there's certainly benefits to doing it, I'm not denying that. But every time we do this, we all,
Impact that assessed value.
There are two property cards. This is where it's, that's how much it's gonna go down.
Goes from 19.5,
No, it goes from, yeah, 165.6 to 19.5.
in value.
For one, in value, right.
in value.
Yeah,
And the other
Assessed
one goes
value.
from 12,000 to 1,000.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
times 15, right? Times
Yeah,
15.
times 15, 30.
That's why the tax rate can go up without spending any money. You didn't have to sign that, step why not?
and do we have the one in regards to the paperwork for the one that's looking with the fire? What happens with that?
No, Eddie was supposed, no, because Eddie is supposed to call them, make the appointment,
Appointment.
do a walkthrough and everything. And then at that point, we have to report that back to Avatar with photos
Okay,
and everything, so.
a property owner on Governor's Road is putting in for a, what would you want to call it,
Well, it can't be an abatement because we're already past the abatement period unless you decide to.
change of value or something, whatever.
Assess value, because
value.
they've had a total loss of their.
And they're gonna tear down the entire home.
Yeah.
So there goes a few more bucks.
Yes, yes.
So we're going the wrong way on this money.
That'll be at our later date, but we might actually be having a couple new homes in the town too. So you gotta look at it both ways,
Sure,
you know, so.
Well, I hope they're able to put, just don't leave it blank, and I'm sure Eddie will explain to them their obligations with the cellar hole, etc.
Yeah,
This was on the governor's?
Yeah. You would never know it.
you would never know.
Okay.
We went
You'd
through the
never
whole
know.
thing. Yeah. I'm just looking to see if I have, you can go on. I was looking for the,
Okay, we'll come back to put the seal on those. Assessor clerk, agricultural commission, cable commission, cemetery, code enforcement, conservation, emergency management, school district, heritage.
We have started working on.
We're on a roll there.
Scared you, didn't it?
We started working on Old Home Day, which will be August 11th this year. So far, I haven't contacted Rick Surratt, but I will to see if he'd be willing to do the Memphis style barbecue again. But I do have the kitchen help and all of that lined up, so we're starting on it.
Good. Very good, thank you. Joint loss management?
I talked to the state to find out a little bit more about this joint loss management.
Isn't that exciting?
And she tried to be helpful. And I tried to understand. And she gave me a pretty good definition of what an employee is. An employee is anyone that would be on our insurance policy that might get hurt here that we would support because they were doing a job here, like a woman or a man or a person that works at the elections. Even though they don't get a lot of money, if something happened to them walking in or out of the building while they're doing that job, our insurance would cover it. Hence, that person is an employee. So she says, how many employees do you have? She says, I think you have 12 based on, she had a computer in front of her. I think you have 12 based upon your workman's comp insurance. But the insurance company thinks you have 19, and the last form you put in on joint loss said you have 9. So I ask a naive question, are they supposed to be the same number? And she says, we'd like to see them close. Well, bottom line is, we're going to put the form in online. We have to get a login ID. I was going to use the
I already have it.
You have a login ID, so we can log in and do this online?
I was trying to do it the other day and I said, oh, I gotta wait for Rich.
Well, that's why I called. I tried to do it
I
in
called
pen
too.
and paper.
Did you talk to Inspector Roy?
Yes.
Oh, great, now we're in
Hope
trouble.
we gave the same answers. So,
Yeah, 19 on our workers' comp, that is correct. Yeah, isn't that funny? I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't open up a can of worms.
that's how I felt.
Exactly.
But we'll put it in online. She was trying to help us, so.
We've been there before.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, I
yes.
blame him.
So that's
though.
the end of that story.
I did ask Brad about the fire extinguishers. He has checked them. That was an issue that came
Yep.
up. And there was
Yep.
something
Yeah.
else I was supposed to check on. I don't remember what it was, but that was one.
He should also be checking the emergency lights.
I think he does that when he does them all on the rotation, but I did not specifically ask about that. I asked about the fire extinguishers. And I think when he comes in and does the generator, I think he does all that in one fell swoop.
And I got 2 action items at that meeting. I was going to check the water, make sure it still passes the test, and understand how these lights work on the outside of the buildings. And I think they work fine. We just have to clarify how they work. It takes, Eddie showed me, or someone showed me, and they do work. We just have to document it so people understand how to turn the lights on. So, I've got those 2 action items out of that meeting.
How about the alarm system extending over to the garage? Did you talk to Brad about that at all?
No, I didn't.
See if it's necessary or?
Okay, I never even thought about that.
Okay, but we did talk about that.
Okay, I didn't remember, so.
Okay.
Point of order. Did we find out what happened with the electric meters? Because we were getting such a huge bill.
Yeah, we found out whenever we use more than 5 kilowatts for a half hour, we go into a special rate program where they charge us significantly for that increase in load. Now, we don't know what's causing it.
That's what I'm questioning.
Okay, we don't know what's causing it.
Meyer, on that topic, I did get a thing from Irving Oil on our oil usage for the building next year. And again, given the warmer year, plus the pipe that was loose, what do we equate to what? The previous year, we used gallon-wise 1,612 gallons. This year, we used 991.
We also had a problem the year before with the heat being left on and the crawl space underneath the schoolhouse was left open so that critters were getting in there, and then it was trying to heat the schoolhouse and stuff. I do remember we had an extraordinary amount of usage last year.
The year before.
Higher than we'd ever had.
Right. I used as an estimate 1,200 gallons. I didn't.
Yep.
I didn't want to.
That was typically what we had been using.
Right. Okay, joint loss, we've taken Parks and Recreation. Planning Board.
I can give a quick report. Our main focus last meeting was the conditional use application, and it's almost done. It looks very neat, it's easy to use, and we should be voting on it next week. We're just trying to align all the pages and everything. And again, with the planning, I did have a question about the Energy Technical Assistance in Planning from New Hampshire, this report that the RPC had helped us with.
Mm-hmm.
Did we complete all of this? Because they're asking me to fill out a survey of how much we have done with their recommendations.
Town offices lighting upgrade. No, I don't think we did anything, change the bulbs, that type of thing. I don't think we did that one at all. Insulate?
Oh, no, we didn't.
No. Insulate exterior walls of the townhouse. We did not do that. This just these listed here.
Well, there was also something about the crawl space of the old town.
That was done upstairs. Yes, that was done. We did that, but we did not do the walls. We did not do the lighting here, and we did not do the exterior walls of the other building. But we did do the top. That's when they found the electrical wires and all sorts of goodies up there. So
What did you do to the top?
when they put
More
the
insulation
extra
in the attic.
attic.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, others. Whole business. All right, anything else that we need to take care of? We need to seal on this. Yes, Russ.
The last time I talked about the comments on the website, I volunteered after the meeting to take over the responsibility of managing the comments. So that's why you got the bill for another login ID. And now the comments are going to me. And during the transition time, we got one comment, and I'm assuming that nobody took care of it. So I'm progressing on it. Somebody wants a copy of our yesterday's book.
No, no.
Oh, sell it quick.
Well,
Yeah.
so
I'll do that right now.
I just assumed that nobody else took care of it during that transition time, and I'm going to do it.
Where'd the comments go?
They had gone to the selectmen at Brookfield, what was the
Selectmen
selectmen at Brookfield
well,
NH?
For only like
What,
a
2
week.
weeks?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
before
not
that
checking
was
that yet
Jennifer.
because I thought we decided Clifton.
Yes, right. But,
Well,
yes, Clifton
yeah,
was gonna
well,
check it. But my question is, do you see all the comments going to the selectmen?
No. This is,
No, this is comments posted on the website. All the comments will go to one user ID, that
Yes.
user ID now I own, and I will send them out to the appropriate.
Then how do you know when to the selectmen?
I know it because I also now have access to the history of comments. And so this comment came in a week ago last Sunday.